Yeah, how closely aesthetically do you feel like that looks like what fans can expect this season, and kind of what were your initial takeaways?
I thought our spirit was great. I thought we competed hard. We were really poor in our turnover rate in the first half, really good in the second half. 11 turnovers in the first half, 3 turnovers in the second half. I thought they obliterated us on the glass. Offensively, for sure. We got into rotation because the ball just kept getting to the middle off penetration. And so we're in rotation, and then we're in bad rotation to be in a position to get a rebound. I thought it was really good for a lot of different reasons. First time playing in a long time publicly, all of the things that went into it. So I thought it was good. Obviously, a lot of guys playing for the first time. And the rep of this is what we needed in many regards.
I know you said there looks like a team that could be better shooting. Do you like the shot selection with?
Yeah, I don't think I think they did a good job, but I think the shots that Q shot, the shots that Four shot, those were the right shots. We need to shoot the right shots, maybe a little bit at the right times, a little bit more. But I don't think that there was selfishness or I'm not sure. I think they were sure when they shot it. Maybe it just wasn't always at the right time, but I think those two guys will do better percentage-wise.
Was there a little bit of method to the madness of how often you're rotating guys in?
I think some of it was not necessarily planned. I think some of it was they were gassed. They were gassed emotionally, maybe more than physically. Like just, I'm glad we're playing. I'm glad there's people here. I'm glad my parents are here. I think some of it was just the first time routine of I've never played at Reed Arena, and I ran through my first win, and I don't know when the second wind is coming. So I don't think it was necessarily a method. Some of it is on certain situations, but categorically, I just think it was a lot of emotional gas that ran out of the tank fast.
Buzz, based on all the new faces and having put everybody together and the fact that Kingsville's actually pretty good.
Very good.
Did you kind of expect to see this close game, or did you come in not even know what to expect?
It's just so hard, like what we were telling our guys, obviously my relationship with Coach, but they have new guys. They have a lot of good returning players. They were 15-3 last year in abbreviated Division II COVID season. But what we're trying to accomplish, Olin, offensively and defensively, completely different than last year. So like I was telling our team, guys, this is based off our studies from last year. We don't know that that's what they're going to do this year. We prepped a little bit yesterday, introduced it some on, I guess, what would have been Saturday, but spent more time on us. I was hoping it would be this game. Because I think we kind of know where our deficiencies are, regardless of who we played. We had a scrimmage, as you know, last Saturday. The same things that bothered us last Saturday against a different opponent were the same things that bothered us tonight. And so I think it was reinforcement for what we need to practice and why we need to practice it.
What bothered you?
Middle drives, bad rotation, which led to not inside position to get the rebound. I think the line of our team will be our turnover rate, and then from a rebounding standpoint, how we do on both ends. They had 16 offensive rebounds, and we only had 15. But in the second half, we had 10 offensive rebounds and only 3 turnovers. In the first half, we had 11 turnovers and only 5 offensive rebounds. And so we get into rotation because of middle drives, and then we only contested 44% of their threes, and that's a very low number. But the reason the contest was late is because we were having to help on the middle drive. And so now all of a sudden, somebody that we don't want to have to help on the middle drive is supposed to be contesting the three. And so I told our guys before the game, I think they'll shoot 33s. And at halftime, they'd shot 19. And then for the game, they shot 31. We were in less rotation in the second half than we were in the first half. And I think that's, based on how we're trying to play, Olin, I think that'll be as I've been saying to our team, that's the line of our team currently. The line is going to be determined on our turnover rate and our ability to rebound on both ends of the floor.
Coach Estelle, what have you seen in this team this year compared to last year's team, and some of the changes they made and with players and how they kind of line up compared to last year?
This team is, I think, much better. I think it's much better because of, there's more athletes, more talent, but they're more skilled. This was a tough game. We have guys back. We only have two new players. And no matter what the level is, experience, and that's why you see a lot of people take advantage of the transfer portal. Experience is experience, and it's different. You see guys that are Division II players, Division III players, and they're getting recruited to the high majors. It's not because they're more talented; they're more experienced. So tonight, I think this was just basically a very experienced team. We had a good year. We enjoyed some success, and then Coach got a really good talented team. They're young, and we have more more games on our belt, so to speak. But I wouldn't want to play him shoot 3 weeks because I know they're going to adhere to his schemes, and they're going to be they playing for each other. There was no selfishness out there. They have great spirit, great energy. So his teams are always like mine. They're going to get better. And to answer your question, I didn't mean to give you that long drawn-out answer, but this team is better. I ain't gonna say he was not as good, but yes, this team is really good. I think you haven't even seen the best of this team yet.
And then, especially to see a guy like Trey Flowers come back to his hometown and have a good performance. Like
Yeah, I
he did.
forgot about that.
Yeah, he's a special young man. I think he has a great story. I think this guy here told me a long time ago, man. These games are hard for me and him. Just say that, so to speak. I mean, when you're brothers and you're friends and you have as much experience, and I look up to him as a mentor, and but they're hard on the families, they're hard on the coaches, but when you have a kid that's from here who's came back, the second time, and he never had the opportunity to play here. He's not, good enough to play here, but he's a good player. But he's still, living out his dream through the game of basketball, and he's doing great in the classroom. So, that's kind of what we do. I learned it from him and Coach Orr, our mentor, is we use basketball to teach life. Winning and losing is what we want to do every day. But his story and to see, the things that he do with his kids and what we try to do with our kids, that's why we do this. I know the fans and everybody wants championships, and that's going to come. But he's coaching the game the right way. He's developing leaders in America, the next leaders in America, and he's doing a great job of it.
Coach Estelle, did you see from your guys what you wanted to see out of your team?
Man, that's good. Well, I'm an old coach, man. So we could have did something a little bit better. We lost, but but no, I was very proud of my young men. This is their Super Bowl. It's really hard to explain. I know him. I bet he was jumping up and down on tables. He was telling these guys, I'm telling you that they're coming in and doing it. And I've been there, and sometimes kids don't get as motivated. And, but for our kids, they've been looking forward to this game. And, that's why I'm so blessed that, they had an opportunity to live out a dream tonight and play on a stage with an SEC, very high-level program and an unbelievable coach. This guy right here is a winner. I said it last time. He don't know how to lose. He's going to win. He's going to have you at championship level. So to be able to walk out of here tonight with a 3-point loss, I know this like consolation, but I can't be more proud of my guys.
So, Coach, what did you think of the support people from Kingsville that came out to support the team tonight?
Well, there wasn't much going on in Kingsville tonight, I don't think. So, anytime we can get out of Kingsville, we try to come up and see the flagship place. He spent
good.
time. Yeah, he
That was
spent
good.
time there. Did he ever tell you about the time he had a motorcycle in Kingsville? Yeah.
If I could have one now in College Station, I'd have one.
But no, it was good. We had quite a few from Bryan because of Trey, but then we had a lot from Austin. But that's one thing that when I took over the program, I wanted to recruit more Texas kids. I always believed in Texas and Louisiana kids, Oklahoma kids, because with them comes families and support, and that's how you win championships, in my opinion. And man, I tell you, to have them travel and to be supportive like that, it's really good for our program, and that's what exactly why I want to come back here to build the pride back in the Javelina Nation.
Buzz, I know we've talked a lot about Tyrese before today, but a lot of the offense and the defense running through him, he had the most minutes. What is it about him and what he's been able to do that warranted that kind of playing time today?
Henry wasn't able to finish practice yesterday, and so we held him for the right reasons. And I knew that Boots would end up playing more. I didn't know that it'd end up being that high number, but I thought he made tough play after tough play on the glass. Just has a nose for the ball, and I don't think that he's necessarily aesthetically always appealing, but he makes winning play after winning play. Yeah, I knew it would be a lot. He had 5 steals. He had 3 offensive rebounds. He's efficient because he's going to shoot shots that he can make, and he's typically going to be fouled at a high rate. I thought he was really important to what we were doing. But we were playing smaller than we will play with Henry. That puts more pressure on smaller guys to do a better job on the glass. And then to some degree, we're kind of bumping down. And so we're going to play with more guards more often. And I think that was a part of it. But I thought what Boots did was tremendous.
Anything else for you, coach?
Yeah, what improvements are you wanting to see in the next week and a half?
Yeah, have a lot to improve on. We need to get back in transition and get matched up quicker. On the rise of the shot for Texas A&M, we don't have our guys getting back with enough purpose. I thought they scored, even when we didn't turn it over, too many times they were taking uncontested shots in transition because we didn't have the purpose we needed to in transition defense. And then in the half court, if we did get the ball stopped, I thought too oftentimes the ball screen coverage was not right and the ball was getting downhill to the middle too often. And we have to protect the paint better, whether that's off the bounce, whether that's off a ball screen. And so I think whether it's Kingsville or whether it was the team that we scrimmaged last Saturday, that has to be more of a priority.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.